When it comes to job search, that there's a tendency for people to want to apply for everything and to really rush and start to get that application process happening. But we know from the research that the most proactive and productive way, and that gives us the best results, is through networking. And I think the biggest problem then is that people often think that they've got either no networks at all, or they've got this fantastic network. So the no networks at all, we find that the challenge is to sit down and actually brainstorm who is in our network. And we always find that there's people from, ex-colleagues, old bosses, even all the way through to school parents or, friends of friends. So we can always find that our networks are actually richer than we first think. For those people who think that they've got a huge network of people, what I tend to find is that they're actually quite social people. Now, let's not be mistaken. Being really social doesn't necessarily make for a really constructive networking interview. And I've certainly come across people who have lots and lots of coffees but don't get anywhere. So that's where we need to be thinking really strategically about the sorts of questions that we want to ask when we're actually networking. So I often say, if you think about that opportunity to have someone sitting there with you, and you can ask them anything that you want, anything that's going to help you. It's going to give you some insight. It's going to give you information, knowledge. It could give you links into other people or insight into other organisations or other industry sectors. So imagine you've got this person. Now, you're not going to have them all day. So let's just say you've got them for 20 minutes. What would therefore be the 4 or 5 absolute critical questions that you could ask that's going to give you such insight and information? So this isn't about asking them for a job. This isn't about saying, does your company have any jobs available at the moment? This is actually about, I'm thinking about what's next for me, and I'd love to get some insights and information from you. And building then that information and using networking then as a really positive way of enriching your job search experience, because you're gaining more and more knowledge and you're gaining more and more preparation. And that's what's going to set you apart when it comes to that time of actually having interviews, is knowing what you need to know. And of course, that all-important question, who else can you introduce me to? Because it's about expanding our networks as well, and making sure then that we've got them warm introductions, or certainly having more people to speak to that can really continue to give us the information that we need about our next role.